else I've learned, and seem to still be learning, is that nothing in life is free. Of course, food, clothing, and a trip to the mall all cost money, but they also cost time, gas, and effort. Sometimes we just don't think about all the costs that are involved with the choices we make, like with drugs. There are good drugs that have good consequences, and bad drugs that have bad consequences. And when people choose to use bad drugs, it costs them a lot. Some people don't put much thought into trying drugs. Just like I sometimes forget what the cost is for a trip to the mall. The difference is, the decision to use drugs can affect people in a very bad way. Most of the drugs you'll find here at the drugstore are good drugs. But to get these, you must have a signed prescription from your doctor. That's because sometimes even the good drugs can hurt you if you don't follow your doctor's instructions. You will only find the good drugs here at the pharmacy, the kind that are helpful to you. But marijuana, ecstasy, and meth are all bad drugs. Your parents, police, and probably people at your school have told you that these are bad drugs. But what makes them bad? Let's take a look at some of these bad drugs and the bad consequences of using them. Methamphetamine, or meth, is a drug similar to ecstasy but much worse. This drug creates energy in a person like ecstasy, but it is much more powerful and addictive. Many people take meth to increase their energy, but...
Did you know meth can ruin your life?
Meth is so addictive that many people choose to use the drug over their family, jobs, and even their own health.
Hey, thank you. Did you know meth can make you steal?
The need to get meth often makes people do things they wouldn't do, like steal from friends, family, and even strangers.
Did you know meth can ruin your body?
Meth physically hurts your body by ruining your teeth, skin, and hair. It can even ruin your insides. People using meth have heart problems, and it can even cause you to lose your mind. My name is Stephanie, and in the video you just watched, you learned about what bad drugs can do to you and your body and your mind. But something you have to remember is, the choice to use drugs doesn't just affect you. It affects your family and your friends and the people that love and care about you. My own personal experience is that I had an aunt who decided to use drugs. And at first, she thought it was her own decision. You know, it was her life. She could make whatever choices she wanted to. But things started to spiral out of control. She lost her job and her marriage fell apart. Physically, we could just see her growing weaker. And then finally, she lost her children. Her 3 children had to come live with my family. They lost everything in their life, their mother, their father, their school, their friends, their entire lifestyle. Not only were they suffering, but my family suffered as well. The consequences of her actions affected us and are still affecting us 5 years later. The children are never going to be able to really get over the hurt that their mother caused them. And my family is never going to get over the feeling of being betrayed. And as for my aunt, nothing's really important to her anymore except for the drugs. Not even all of our love and understanding can bring her back from the point she's gotten to now. So what seemed like just one little choice 5 years ago for her has been like ripples in a pond for us. With every motion, it just gets bigger and bigger, and every time it hurts more and more people. There are other kids out there in your situation. Somebody will listen. Go ask for help. So if you are ever faced with a choice to use bad drugs, remember what you've heard today, and that no matter what others tell you, the final result of using bad drugs is that it always ends with bad consequences.